Good evening and welcome to Columbus Motor Speedway. I'm Nate Pennington, and in a moment, Jeff Knuckles will have all the exciting racing action for this Memorial Day Championship, the 75-lap late model Memorial Day Classic race. But we'd like to take this moment to remember and think about Robbie Stanley, veteran sprint car driver who lost his life in a crash just Thursday night at Winchester Speedway.
Kids of all ages to Bob Evans. The Bob Evans Memorial Day Classic here this evening. I want to say welcome to all you Bob Evans employees out there. Thanks for coming out. And sit back and enjoy the races. The first event this evening, the 4-lap Limited Sportsman Trophy Dash. Your fastest 4 sportsman qualifiers dicing it out for 4 circuits around the 3rd mile oval. This is our middle division, we call them. They're a little bit slower than the late models, running on Comanche Street type DOT tire. The lineup goes like this. On the pole, it's Bill Wellman in car start over again. Buddy Townsend in car 76. Outside of him in car 2, 3rd fast time, Donnie Gregory. 2nd fast time, Mike Holland. And on the tail, Jim Kidd. 4 cars, 4 laps. Ironically, Mike Holland and Jim Kidd, one of the few times we have it happen, had identical qualifying speeds, but Kidd, by virtue of qualifying first, got an nod for quick time. It's still Gregory, now with the advantage off of turn 4. He leads Buddy Townsend on lap number 1. Jim Kidd all over him like a wet blanket. Now Don Gregory Jr. is the leader. Gregory with 1 Trophy Dash victory to his credit in 1994. He, of course, the 92 track champion, now with about a 2 car length advantage over Townsend and Kidd. White flag for Don Gregory Jr. Jim Kidd continues to ply his trade on the outside of Buddy Townsend. Now Kidd with the advantage down the backstretch. Your leader is still Don Gregory Jr., but here comes Jim Kidd. Your winner, it's going to be Don Gregory Jr. Jim Kidd comes home 2nd. 3rd goes to Buddy Townsend. And 4th, Mike Holland. So your winner, the 1992 CMS Limited Sportsman Track Champion, Don Gregory Jr., 2nd generation driver from Columbus, Ohio, equipment operator by trade. Sponsors on the car: St. Amant Motorsports, Kennard Siding, All City Auto Wrecking, Fun Trail Vans, Fox Bonding Company, Dick Beard Construction, XL Temporary Services, and Driveline 1. Car 55, Tim Rowenbeck, and beside him, car 36, Bobby Allensworth. Allensworth in 36. Mike Howell is next in car number 4, and he's flanked by 35, Dave Ritchie Jr. Then comes Dick Beard. Take that, Dave Beard in 15. 13 is Jerry Jones, and 3, Ron Holbein Jr. 8 laps for the Limited Sportsman first heat race. Ball in 5, Greeno in 28. Now Dave Ritchie wanted to go 3 deep. We got Ron Holbein with a spin in turn number 4. Ron Holbein, the spinner in turn 4, looking to try to find the fire on that car. Bob Gruball in 5 and David Greeno in 28. This time it's Greeno with the advantage down the backstretch. Gruball slips to 2nd. Now we see Tim Rowan back moving around Bob Gruball. Now Rowan back, the runner-up, but he'll go after Greeno on the backstretch. And it's Tim Rowan back now out front. They'll complete lap number 2, this time by the start-finish line. Mike Howell is second, Dave Ritchie third. Contact on the backstretch between Greeno and Ron Holbein. Greeno off the pace in car 28. And we got almost a spin. Jerry Jones recollects it. Jerry Jones almost spins in turn 1 and 2. Also off the pace we see on the backstretch is Ron Holbein Jr. Holbein is out for the event on the backstretch. Tim Rowanbeck leads him. Rowanbeck will complete lap number 5 this time. Mike Howell and Dave Ritchie Jr. trying to chase Rowanbeck down. The track in turn 3. The battle for the lead tightens up. Mike Howell continues to chip away at the lead of Tim Rowanbeck. White flag this time. Rowanbeck's Buick Regal leading this event, but Mike Howell breathing down his neck. White flag, 1 lap to go. Rowanbeck still holds on to that margin. Howell tries the outside groove off the 4th turn, but it's going to be Tim Rowanbeck, the winner. Mike Howell finishes 2nd. Finishing 3rd, Dave Ritchie Jr. 4th goes to Bobby Allensworth, and 5th is car 13, Jerry Jones. So Rowanbeck, his first appearance of 1994 at Columbus Motor Speedway, he walks away with the heat race victory. His 1993 Buick Regal, sponsored by M.A. Borst Auto Body, Quick Change Mobile Oil Change, Cintas Uniform Service, and D. Wilson Painting and Sandblasting. The lineup goes something like this. Bob Justice in 29, alongside in 45 is John Strobel. Row 2 is made up of Ken Sword in car 74 and 70, Joe Hill. The 3rd row, Randy Sword in 70 and 0 Hill in car number 0. And rounding out the field, car 01, Jerry Buck, and number 20, Mike Brown. 8 laps await these 8 competitors in the Limited Sportsman second heat race. To go. 8 racing laps. Bob Justice looks like he's got that oil leak or smoky problem that he had in qualifying taken care of. He leads the 8-car pack on lap number 1. John Strobel in that DuPont Automotive finishes car 45, giving him hard way to go down the backstretch. They'll complete lap number 2, this time by starter Jim Paul. It's still Strobel on the outside. Justice down low. Ken Sword and Joe Hill in hot pursuit. Now Strobel slips a bit off the 4th turn. Joe Hill is off the pace. Ken Sword 2nd. Strobel currently third. Halfway. Now up to fourth is Zero Hill in car 0. Hill goes to the inside of John Strobel with turn 4. Contact. Your leaders begin to sneak away. Justice with one heat victory so far in 1994. White flag this time. The battle is back for that third spot between Strobel and Hill. Justice with a comfortable lead. He'll win heat race number 2. Ken Sword is second. Finishing third, Zero Hill, John Strobel fourth, and Randy Sword comes across in 5th spot. So Bob Justice's second heat race victory of 1994. Justice's car sponsored by NAPA Paint and Auto Body, Larry's Trucking, the Ohio Bank Auction, B. Martin Auto Care, Fast Racing Engines, Doug Garage Alley's Machine Shop, Cantley's Race Parts, and Sports and Spuds Lounge. Bob Justice. Jerry Mitchell on in the 8th spot, I believe. Okay, so we'll check with him. If he wants to go after that $800. He'll have to start 4 spots behind the inversion, I believe. Okay, here we go. The lineup. Barry St. Amand on the first row, inside first row, 4th fast time. Alongside of him, Terry Humphrey in car 1. The second row, your first and second place guys in the point standings. Mike Ward in 61, and your fast qualifier new track record holder, Jerry Mitchell. Your 4 fastest late models, 4 laps. St. Amand leads the field down the backstretch. Gary driving a V6 powered Camaro. Humphrey looks comfortable on the outside, biding his time possibly. Jerry Mitchell right behind the 2 leaders. Halfway this time. Mitchell and Ward now fall off the pace. Humphrey also unable to keep pace with St. Amand. White flag this time. It's St. Amand down the backstretch with about a car length advantage. He'll win tonight's Trophy Dash, Gary St. Amand. Terry Humphrey is second, third, Jerry Mitchell, and fourth, Mike Ward.
Gary don't have to worry about it.
So his second appearance of 1994 at the Speedway. St. won a Trophy Dash on the Trophy Dash, I believe. Let's check that. Yes, he already has 1 Trophy Dash victory to his credit. He won the feature also on opening night here at the Speedway. First heat race this evening. Lineup goes thusly. In car 79, we have Cal Bush, the racing cardiologist from Dayton, Ohio, and beside him, Craig Leist in 52. Leist, by the way, the 1993 Bob Evans Rookie of the Year here at the Speedway. He accepted his Bob Evans Rookie of the Year award at the banquet held in January of this year. Second row in car number 3, that is Bill Wellman, and beside him, 59, it's Burgess White. Row 3 in car number 2, that is Bob Bocook, and alongside 8, it's Gary Carter. On the tail in car number 10, the driver is George Fisher, and beside him, 98, Mike Denny. 10 laps await these drivers in the first late model heat race. The leader. Craig Budge Lice, the leader from Piketon, Ohio. Burgess White is second. 2 laps down this time. Third is the cardiologist, Cal Bush. Now Burgess White closing in on your leader. 3 laps into record books. It's Lice, White, Bush, and running fourth, Gary Carter. Now Burgess White nibbling at the left rear corner on Craig Lice Camaro. Lice begins to slip high in the turns. White to the inside on the attack. Now Lice very high in turn 1. Burgess White takes advantage and moves into the lead. Cal Bush follows him through. And contact on the backstretch. George Fisher is out. Fisher in the infield in car number 10. White flag this time. So contact off the fourth turn. Look to be Cal. 2 laps to go. Burgess White with the advantage on the restart. Bill Wellman is second. The white flag this time for Burgess White. Wellman still is down at the second spot. Your winner, Burgess White. Finishing second is Bill Wellman. Third, Bob Bocook. Fourth place goes to Denny, and fifth, Cal Bush. So let's hear it for Burgess White, your winner. That marks the first heat race victory for Burgess in 1994. This is second appearance of the season here at the Speedway event. On the pole, rookie driver in the late model division, 1992 street stock track champion Joe DeFelice. Outside in 81 and the 1984 late model track champion, car 81 Don Wetnall. The second row, car 26, the K95.5 Mid-Ohio Marine entry of Bill Cantley. Alongside of him in 92, it's Donnie Renner, the 92 track champion in the late model division. Next up, Skip Thornton, the guy who will be going after that Winston Challenge money tonight, starting 13th in the feature. Beside him, the 5-time track champion, Robbie Dean. And on a tail, car 39, this car won the opening night feature with Gary St. Amant behind the controls. It's Randy Maynard, 10 laps. Wetnall to a quick start in 81. The second time out this year for that car. He collected the front stretch wall in a heat race incident last week. He wants to get out front so it doesn't happen again. It's Renner and DeFelice, the street stock and late model 92 track champions, going at it for second spot. The battle for fourth spot between Bill Cantley and Skip Thornton. Now Renner slips on the outside of DeFelice. DeFelice closing in on Don Wetnall. It's still Don Wetnall, Joe DeFelice, Donnie Renner. Now DeFelice feeling his oats. He'll go to the outside of Don Wetnall. Bill Cantley off the pace in car 26. Cantley slowing in 26. The race for the lead. Joe DeFelice outside of Don Wetnall. And the former street stock track champion pulls the trick. He now leads the second heat race. Wetnall's car looks like it's beginning to fold. Randy Maynard Jr. is up to fourth spot in car 9. We still see Bill Cantley now in the infield. He's out of it. Thornton off the track in turn 4. White flag this time for Joe DeFelice. The race for second heats up. No doubt about your winner. It'll be Joe DeFelice. Second goes to Don Wetnall. Third to Donnie Renner. Randy Maynard was fourth. I'll tell you what, Maynard dropped off the throttle earlier in the race and picked up a whole bunch of ground on all those cars. But DeFelice is the winner. He hails from Lockbourne, Ohio. He's the 1991 Street Stock Rookie of the Year and the 1992 Street Stock Track Champion. He's the owner of the car. It's sponsored by ALD Concrete and Grading, American Contractor Supply, Olin Corporation, Tip Dan Electrical, Marble Cliff Oil, Suburban something, and McGavero Machinery. On the pole in car 29, it's Kevin Miller. Beside him in 83, the Bob Evans 94 Camaro of Lonnie Rush. Second row in 64, the driver is Bobby Fye, and beside him in car number 5, Mike Stacy. Then comes 70, Gary Smith, and car number 7, Danny Eves. 6 cars. 6 cars, they'll race for 8 laps. I'm sorry, 10 laps. And Gary Williams scheduled to run in this race. Some sort of difficulty apparently with that car. We're ready to go at it. The late model third heat race. Lonnie Rush off to the quick start. In car 83, sideways on the backstretch. He controls it. Just bounces off the wall a bit, but he keeps it going in the same direction. You'll notice on the right rear of Lonnie's rear quarter panel is some red paint, and that is Winston Red from the backstretch wall. Rush the leader. Kevin Miller second. Third, Mike Stacy. 3 laps down this time. Miller, a very consistent run in car 29. Second-year driver here at this Speedway. This time. Now Danny Eves, we see, moves underneath Mike Stacy for third spot. Stacy off the pace in car number 5. Rush unable to get away from Kevin Miller. Of course, Lonnie running that V6 power Camaro. The man on the move is Danny Eves. He has come from 6th starting spot to 3rd. Eves trying to work the inside of Kevin Miller down the backstretch. Miller holds him off. White flag for Lonnie Rush. Miller holding that low groove, holding off Danny Eves. Your winner will be Lonnie Rush Sr. Second is Kevin Miller. Third, Danny Eves. Fourth, Bobby Fye. And fifth, Gary Smith.
How are we going to do this? Come on. Everybody that wants to get in there.
On the pole in car number 9, 4th fast time. A good run for this guy. It's Kenny Thomas. Thomas in 9. Alongside your former track record holder, car 22, Donald Parsons. In the second row, car 13, Danny Brown, another former track record holder. And on the tail, the new track record holder, car 17, Steve Tuttle. Just barely nipped the track record set or held by Donald Parsons. 4 laps. Your 4 fastest street stock qualifier. Yeah. Parsons the leader. Now Steve Tuttle, Ken Thomas. Battling out for the runner-up spot. Parsons is checking out in 22. He'll get the white flag this time. Parsons with one Trophy Dash victory in 1994. Looking for number 2. Tuttle, your track record holder, trying to get around Ken Thomas. The winner, Donald Parsons. Second, Steve Tuttle. Third, Ken Thomas. Fourth goes to Danny Brown. Parsons' car sponsored by Big JR's Towing, JVM Enterprises, Steer and Gear Company, Kimball's Towing, Custom Clutch, Delk Car, Auto Wrecking, and Timinator, it says here. So Parsons the winner, his second Trophy Dash win of 1994. Okay, we understand Bob Neubauer is in the Pick'em Prize row number 1. In the second row, Steve Hot Rod, Elrod, and Gary Stilson in 21. Well, they're not both in 21. One's in 16 and the other's in 21. Third row, car 72, Rick Honecker, and 81 is Rick Lawwell. Then we've got Jim New in 41. 92 is Chris Dodds. Up next, Denver Wise in 20. Sean Gray in 91. Bobby Stacy in 83, and 33 is Leonard Jarvis. BB racing this time by 8 laps. We see Rick Honecker making his way through the field. Now we got him 3 deep in turn 3. Bobby Stacy, an exciting ride through the third turn. Stacy hard into the front stretch concrete. All those concrete molecules in turn 4 that were felt lucky earlier probably didn't feel so lucky that time. Your leader is Rick Rodewalt. We got a tire loose on car 16. Tire is off. Red flag. Steve Elrod. Steve Elrod in car 16. Looked like a tire came loose on that car. The paramedics on the scene down there.
About the worst one they got, the good one they got is your son.
Leg in his side, but again, he is conscious, talking to the rescuers. Certainly the injuries are not terribly severe at this time, but again, he is saying there's pain in his leg and side. Steve Elrod in 16.
I'm okay. Cartbeer's plate, we're still cheap. Well, the good news is you are okay, right? Everything's fine? Yeah, I'll be a little sore tomorrow morning, but I'm okay now. Hey, listen, that's the good part.
Still out front. Running second is Rick Honecker. Jim New is third. They'll get the cross flags halfway this time. Now Denver Wise squeezes inside of Sean Gray for that 4th spot. Second through 5th positions. Now Jim New squeezes beneath Rick Honecker. White flag for Gary Stilson. Honecker spins in turn 2. Denver Wise collects him. The white flag, or the checkered flag this time, for Gary Stilson. Jim New will come home second. Third is Sean Gray. 4th, contact in turn 4. We'll hold off on the rest of the finish. No doubt about the winner. It was Gary Stilson, car 21. Car 81, Rick Lawwell finishes 4th, and 5th goes to 92, Chris Dodds. The winner again, Gary Sits Bo Davis. Beside him in 12, Big Daddy Don Parsons Sr. Carl Katz is in car 46, starting on the inside of the second row, alongside 25. That's Bubba Parsons. Then comes 70. The driver is Heavy Hill, alongside 34, Gary Lamer. As you see the white flag being displayed, 1 lap will be underway. Daryl Dexter is next, that's car 5, 26. We're told that is a driver's change in 26. It's not a driver's change, but a different driver than I announced earlier. Scott Stevens apparently qualified that car earlier. Scott Stevens in 26. Then comes 88. That is Bruce Holmes. 15, Norm Ackerman, and 35, Tom Idle. 8 racing laps this street stock. Second heat race. Bo Davis, that guy with the permanent bad hair day, is out front. Big Daddy Don Parsons in hot pursuit though. Carl Katz slips inside of Davis for the runner-up spot. Meantime, Don Parsons Sr. has taken control of this heat race. We see Heavy Hill advancing to the 4th spot. Scott Stevens off the track in turn 3. Back up on, he spins. A little short tracking with Scott Stevens. And now Parsons with a spin in turn 4. Looks like Days of Thunder over there in turn 4. Cloud of dust. The battle for the lead is a wild one. Carl Katz the leader, but here comes Daryl Dexter. Through the dust. Katz and Dexter mix it up for the lead. Working the backstretch of lap number 6. Heavy Hill currently 3rd. Norm Ackerman all the way from the tail is up to 4th. It's still Katz and Dexter door to door. flag this time. Heavy Hill sideways in turn 1. He loses touch with the leaders. It'll be a 2-car battle back to the start-finish line. Catch Swirly in turn 3. He loses a right rear tire. The race for the win. Heavy Hill, the winner. Your winner, Heavy Hill. What a finish. Jimmy Romans. The second row, car 89, Herb Pennington, and outside of Herb in car 30, Bill Hundley. Then comes 79, Don Holland, and 43, Mike Schweier. Next up, 93, Jamie Hunt, 27, Dave Dysinger, and 31, Jim Hersey. 8 laps for the street stock, third and final heat race. We do have a late model B main immediately following this event before intermission. 8 racing laps. Okay, white flag will be underway the next time around. Randy Tharp getting a little over anxious in that car 47. Outside that front row is Jimmy Romans in 36. Jimmy Romans into the backstretch wall. He recovers. Your leader is Randy Tharp. Second, Herb Pennington. Herb Pennington, your runner-up. Bill Hundley is third. Don Holland runs fourth. Don Holland doing a little plowing down there in turn 1, down into the dirt. Still Randy Tharp the leader. Tharp with 2 heat race wins in 3 events. He is out front in this one. Still Herb Pennington second. Bill Hundley third. Dave Dysinger runs fourth. Dysinger trying to challenge Bill Hundley for third position. See the white flag being pulled from its sheath on the flag stand. One lap to go. Dave Dysinger with the advantage. He'll take third down the backstretch. Your winner, his third heat race win this season, Randy Tharp. Herb Pennington runs second. Dave Dysinger third. Fourth is Bill Hunley, and fifth, Don Holland. Car 47, Chevrolet Nova, 1977 Nova, owned by Randy, sponsored by Williams Service Center, Whitehall Radiator, Next Day Signs, Jay's Metal Repair, Whitehall Custom Car Wash, Steering Gear Company, Gillis Chiropractic Clinics, and Next Day Signs. Be calling off the lucky numbers. The Souvenir Magazine lucky numbers immediately following this event. Okay, we'll be underway in 2 laps. The late model B main to determine the final 4 starters in tonight's 75 lap Bob Evans Memorial Day Classic. George Fisher starts first in car number 10. Alongside of him in 8, it's Gary Carter. Second row is Bob Bocook, and outside Burgess White. Then comes Bill Wellman in car number 3, and 79, Cal Bush. So we took the fastest 20 qualifiers tonight. They moved into the feature automatically, and the remaining 4 starting positions will be determined by the first 4 finishers in this 8-lap late model B main. George Fisher, Gary Carter, Bob Bocook, Burgess White, Bill Wellman, and Cal Bush.
Hey, you got 4.5 acres. But he ain't gonna do no good.
8 laps. Your first 4 finishers move on to tonight's feature race. Gary Carter takes the lead. Second now is Burgess White. George Fisher runs third. Now Bob Bocook tries to make his way around Fisher and does so in turn 2. Fisher now on the bubble. Gary Carter the leader. It's Gary Carter out front. Burgess White, Bob Bocook. Oh, Bocook close into the back end of Burgess White. He apparently makes no contact. White remains your runner-up. Halfway, 4 laps down, 4 remain. Now Cal Bush trying to challenge Bill Wellman for 5th spot. Gary Carter, a rookie late model driver this year, raced a little bit, won a feature here in the sportsman division last season. Ran a limited number of sportsman races last year, Carter did. He's out front. He'll get the white flag this time. Carter's car, the same vehicle that Jerry Johns drove last season at the Speedway. And the winner of the late model B main, Gary Carter. Burgess White is second. Third goes to Bob Bocook. George Fisher fourth. He's your final transfer car. Finishing 5th is Bill Wellman. And 6th goes to Cal Bush. So we'll take a brief intermission. I'll be calling off those lucky numbers from the Souvenir Magazine momentarily. So grab the hold of that souvenir magazine if you're headed down to check out the fine cuisine and cold and hot beverages. I'll be back with you with those lucky numbers momentarily. Starting first, alongside his brother, the 1987 Limited Sportsman Track Champion, Randy Sword. Starts outside row number 1, the Sword brothers. Make up your front row here this evening. In row 2, another former track champion, 1990 Limited Sportsman Track Champion, Joe Hill in car number 70. And beside him, in 0, it's Donnie Zero Hill, the budget car sales in entry. Back in row number 3, car 01, the Mopar powered Chrysler product of Jerry Buck, and beside Jerry in car 20, Mike Brown. Row number 4 is made up of car 76, Buddy Townsend, and number 2, Donnie Gregory, another former track champion, his championship coming in 1992 here at the 3rd Mile Oval. Next, it's Mike Holland, who tied for fast time, but whose time came after the time of Jim Kidd. So Holland and Kidd make up the 5th row. Jim Paul to the flag stand, please. They're followed in the 6th row by John Strobel in 45 and Bob Justice in 29. Up next, 35, it's Dave Ritchie, and beside him in 4, Mike Howell. Then comes 55, Tim Rowenbeck. 3 is Ron Holbein Jr. 15 is Dave Beard. Number 5 is Bob Gruball. 13, that's Jerry Jones. And starting scratch tonight, Mike Matthews in car 23. That may be John Matthews. We'll have to check on that. I believe it's John Matthews in 23. A slow start by the Swords. Green flag, we have a start. And John Matthews is out in 23 before completing a lap. It's still Randy and Kenny Sword going at it. Ken Sword in 74, Randy in 73, working the backstretch of lap number 2. Zero Hill is 3rd. 4th, Joe Hill, no relation. 3 laps down this time. Now Ken Sword with a bit of an advantage down the backstretch. Randy relegated to 2nd. Zero Hill on the move, and Zero Hill almost into that backstretch wall. He holds on to it. He has the advantage off the 4th turn. Zero Hill is your new leader. Randy Sword trying to get underneath Ken Sword. They make contact on the backstretch. Now it's Mike Brown moving on the outside of Randy Sword. 6 laps in the books. Zero Hill is checking out in the budget car sales Lumina. Now Mike Brown is up to third spot. He'll go after runner-up Ken Swart in turn 4. Mike Brown now second. Ken Swart third. Here comes Jerry Buck and Jim Kidd. They're moving around Randy Swart at this point. Jerry Buck is fourth. Jim Kidd fifth. Lap traffic, and we got an incident in turn 1. Yellow flag. So Mike Holland just lost it, spun right on the front stretch.
Columbus Motor Speedway track crew checks the Sportsman cars out for a possible rear end leaking, and we're not sure which car. I'd like to take this opportunity to remind you that not only does Pennstroke Productions videotape here at Columbus Motor Speedway, but at Killcare Speedway and Killcare Dragway for the Midwest's finest video racing series, Pennstroke Productions.
Challenge money of $800. Race basis.
It appears as if the 55 cars are culprit. Not only possible rear end grease coming out of that car, but it looks like that car's overheating also. So we'll get the track finished cleaned up, and we should be racing back in a couple of seconds.
Can do anything, or his Pontiac can do anything with Hill's Lumina. 9 laps down. Not very good right now. Hopefully in a couple laps it'll come in. We see Jim Kidd trying to move on Randy Swart for 5th spot. Also Jerry Buck right behind Ken Swart. Now Jim Kidd in sole possession of 5th spot. He'll set his sights on 4th place, Jerry Buck. Zero Hill way out front. It's Zero Hill, Mike Brown, Ken Swart, Jerry Buck, and Jim Kidd, your top 5. 15 laps are down. Hill moves around the lap car. Bob Grubel on the backstretch, as does Mike Brown. They'll get the halfway signal this time by the starter. The back of Ken Swart's car. Now he drops 2 tires off the track in turn 2, but recovers. Buck now getting some heat from Jim Kidd. More lap traffic. It's Ron Holbein Jr. for your 3rd, 4th, and 5th place cars. 20 laps down this time. Now Buck. Jerry Buck again to the outside of Ken Sword. Complete. The race for third heats up. Jerry Buck now third in car 01. He and Ken Sword with hard contact on the front stretch the last lap. Buck takes over that third spot. Sword. And Jim Kidd moves up to fourth. Or does he? He goes high in turn 4. Jim Kidd now fourth. Whoa, close call for Zero Hill on the front stretch. He almost got the outside wall trying to lap Jerry Jones. It looks like for between Zero Hill and Mike Brown. But some lap traffic ahead for Hill. The 5-lap signal this time. 5 laps. Tries to work around the lap cars of Bobby Allensworth and Mike Howell. Jerry Buck is still third. Jim Kidd currently fourth. Brown is closing in car 20. Goes to the outside of Bob Drewball once again. Mike Brown now within about 5 car lengths of your leader. He's closing on the backstretch. White flag this time. The lead is closing up. Brown right on in Hill's back bumper about a car length separates him down the backstretch. It should be close. Your winner, Zero Hill. Mike Brown finishes second. Third is Jerry Buck. Fourth, Jim Kidd. Fifth goes to Ken Sword. So what appeared to be an easy runaway win for Zero Hill was being closed on, I should say, by Mike Brown. Let's hear it for all these guys. A good race. to gate B, please. Mike Schweier to the general admission gate. Gate B, please.
Well done. You look like you were working a little bit. You got that car, like, woof. This one was tough, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a little tougher. I'd like to thank everybody coming out. We got a nice crowd and everything. Thanks, Bob Evans, for putting on this night.
Listen, got to ask you, this is, unofficially, if I'm right, 2 out of 4, and I think this gives you the points lead. Winning half the races for the year, that's not a bad batting average.
No, it's not. I'm not sure where Jimmy finished. It'd be close on the points, but I want to thank Bruce Mills. He helped me out the motor today. Helped me a lot. Thanks.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, once again, how about a big round of applause? Down here was your feature winner, the guys from Bob Evans with all the hardware.
So that from Bob Neubauer. Track side was Zero Hill. Cindy Knuckles to the office, please. Cindy Knuckles to the office. Car number 5 starts first. That's Mike Stacy alongside Gary Smith in 70. Row 2, car 7 is Danny Eves, and 06, Gary Williams. Gary St. Amant inside of row number 3 in car 71. Outside of him in 1, it's Terry Humphrey. Then comes 61, Mike Ward, and car number 6, your new track record holder, fast qualifier tonight, that's Jerry Mitchell. Quickly, Kevin Miller is, 64 Bob Fye next, and Connie Rush, Kevin Miller, and Randy Maynard, the Winston Challenger. Skip Gordon is next. Then Red to the pit mic, to the pit mic. Other drivers, Greg Markham, Donnie Renner, Bill Cantley, Robbie Dean, Joe DeFelice, Don Wetnall, Gary Carter. Mike Denny, Burgess White, and Bob Bocook, and George Fisher. That's your field. Your leader is Mike Stacy. Stacy way out front in that Paul Store-owned 94 Camaro. Gary Williams got shuffled to the outside, lost 2 spots. And a spin. Looks like Randy Maynard in 39. Fifth, Terry Humphrey. 6th is Jerry Mitchell. 75 laps. 3 laps are down. Second, Gary Smith third. And a yellow flag. Bob Bocook is to stop on the backstretch. Stacy for the lead. Eves to the inside. Dan Eves, the new leader. Now Mike Stacy is second. Gary Smith third. Down. Seventh heats up. Mike Ward, Gary Williams, and Lonnie Rush for seventh spot. Now Lonnie Rush is up to 8. Meantime, it's Gary St. Amant inside of Mike Stacy for second spot. Lap traffic ahead. It's Bob Bocook, the lap car. And now Gary St. Amant is second. Third now is Mike Stacy. St. Amant on the outside of Dan Eves. And the V6 car of Gary St. Amant, your leader. Pacing car 70. And a yellow flag. We have Jerry Mitchell and Mike Stacy in turn number 4. So Gary St. Amant, that's a V6 powered engine, power plant, and it looks to be smoking. Track officials have determined it's not leaking oil at this point.
As Jeff Knuckles just announced, Gary St. Amant just went into the pits. That car showing some signs of smoke. Your leader, car number 71, Gary St. Amant, into the pit area.
So your new leader, still Danny and Eves the leader, Terry Humphrey second, Gary Williams is third. Lonnie Rush immediately to the outside of Gary Williams, but he's going to get sideways in turn 4. Both Mike Ward and Lonnie Rush have been trying for the whole race to get around Gary Williams. And St. Amant is out. Tough break for that driver. Danny Eves, the leader. lost it. Entering turn 3. And Gary Williams, Mike Ward, and Lonnie Rush, your top 5. Skip Thornton. Thornton currently runs 6-5. I take it back. Thornton is currently 7th place behind Bob Vide. Car 86, their Winston Challenger tonight. Mike Ward again challenging Gary Williams for 3rd position. And now Skip Thornton, your Winston Challenger, is up to 6. Complete. We see Robbie Dean is out in the infield. Mike Ward, Lonnie Rush, and your challenger, Skip Thornton. Lonnie Rush for 5th spot. Danny East lead over Terry Humphrey has stabilized. Mike Ward almost by Gary Williams for 3rd. And Ward is now 3rd. Humphrey 2nd. spin. I believe that's Markham. Greg Markham in 23. Everyone now, their tires cooled down. 43 laps are down, 44 this time. It looks to be a three-car battle from here on out. Jerry Mitchell back up to 10th spot after starting on the tail. Another car we see doing some passing is Randy Maynard. Maynard on the outside of Bill Cantley. Still a lot of racing left. Laps to go this time. Underneath Lonnie Rush on the backstretch. And a race for the lead. Terry Humphrey trying to work outside of your race leader, Dan Eves. Humphrey and Eves go at it down the backstretch. Mike Ward taking it all in third spot. And a yellow. Incident in turn 3. The cars involved look to be Kevin Miller and Greg Markham, I believe, the other car. Also, we see Bobby Feig crawling out of his Central Ohio Engines Camaro. Tomorrow evening, Midvale Speedway, I believe racing starts around 5 o'clock up there. Then on Monday afternoon, a main event qualifier. Again, if you call for directory information and earlier. Mike Ward immediately to the inside of Terry Humphrey. They battle down the backstretch. Humphrey trying to hold on to that runner-up spot. There goes Randy Maynard Jr. to the outside of work on Gary Williams. Maynard battling Williams for 4th spot. Danny Eves out front. Second is still Terry Humphrey. And now Randy Maynard in 39 is 4th. He'll go after Mike Ward. "15 laps to go this time. On the track at this point is Randy Maynard Jr. 14:47 the last lap around. To go this time, 10 laps. We'll look to see if Terry Humphrey has anything left. And Gary Smith is back out in car 70. He's a bunch of laps down, Gary Smith is. Humphrey closing on the leader once again. And we got a yellow as the engine explodes on car 06. Gary Williams, you see the big oil streak right at the bottom of the racetrack in turn 1. And Gary Williams' engine. It's still Danny Eves holding on. Mike Ward goes to the outside of Terry Humphrey. Randy Maynard and Mike Ward with contact in turn 2. We see Jerry Mitchell moving around Skip Thornton for 5th spot. Now Ward again almost inside of Terry Humphrey. Here comes Jerry Mitchell in car number 6. Mitchell pressuring Randy Maynard for 4th spot. 5 laps to go. And now Maynard slips off turn 2, but Jerry Mitchell can't get underneath him. Into the guardrail protecting the pond on the backstretch. The medical crew on the scene immediately. He is okay. Rush got sideways in the middle of the backstretch. That car shot across the track into that retaining fence. And thank goodness for that guardrail, or he would have been in the drink.
And the track crew continues to move the
Again, coming up next
lawn
Friday
rush
or a
machine
week
out, and they made
Let's
some
see, 2
significant
weeks
advances that time.
from yesterday.
Seems
the,
like one of the guardrail
Motorcycle
posts
Asphalt
was
Racing
stuck up
Series.
underneath the car, so they were trying not to
flat track motorcycle
create
races
any
2
more
weeks
damage to that
from
car
last
than
evening,
is
Friday
necessary.
night, June the 10th.
We'll get this problem cleared
Tickets
up.
are on sale here at the Speedway through the week. Advance sale tickets for that motorcycle event. Also check at many area motorcycle shops. I know Farrow's Motorcycles on West Broad Street, I believe, has advance sale tickets, as does on the Bob Evans Camaro. Again, lost it on the backstretch, came across and clipped the end of that guardrail surrounding the drainage pond in turn number 3. Mitchell. Mike Ward takes a deep breath and moves it outside of Terry Humphrey. Ward is on the move. The battle for second heats up now. Humphrey fends Ward off. It's Jerry Mitchell now challenging for Maynard for a 4th spot. Ward and Humphrey go at it for the runner-up spot. One flag. Now Randy Maynard Jr. trying to take over third from Ward. And Maynard takes over 3rd. Mitchell goes to 4th. Your winner, Danny Eves. 2nd goes to Terry Humphrey. Finishing 3rd, Randy Maynard Jr. 4th, Jerry Mitchell. And 5th, Mike Ward. So a good battle. You got to give Mike Ward an A for effort. He went to the outside of 2nd place, Terry Humphrey. Ends up coming home 5th. Tough break, but no doubt about his determination. Side. Eves did not. I'm correct in assuming, or correct as I check, did not win a feature last season. So it's his first feature since 1992. Let's hear it, your winner, Danny Eves. Drives the Bob Edwards owned car number 7. We'll go down trackside with Bob Neubauer for a comment with the winner. Go ahead.
Danny, do you feel like you just ran the Indianapolis 500 right now?
There's quite a few laps involved up it. This Edwards car is fantastic. Anybody could have drove it. It just drove itself.
Yeah, you did a little bit of the work too. Obviously, it was a rough night earlier, almost getting involved in something, but you're able to hang in. Why don't you tell the fans why you turned the car around?
I think the other side of it's not really too good for pictures right now after what I done to it earlier tonight.
That's as honest an answer as I've seen. You guys worked hard all night back there, but you won. Some sponsors you want to thank on this thing?
I want to thank everybody involved, Mr. Edwards and his whole family and all that, for having the trust in me to drive the car and all that. You know, you get one of these cars and all the money these men's got in them, and to have the trust in them, and then I go out earlier tonight and tear the whole right side out of it. The whole family's fantastic. Thank you.
Once again, how about a big round of applause for the Bob Evans Memorial winner, Danny Eves, and the Bob Edwards crew, as all the Bob Evans guys step out in here. Jeff, we're not done yet. We got one more.
One. Feature event. Don Parsons Sr. and Bubba Parsons. We had the Sword family on the front row of the Sportsman feature. This time in Street Stocks, it's the Parsons family on the front row. Bubba Parsons outside of his Papa in 25. The second row is Heavy Hill and Gary Lamer. Then comes Scott Stevens in 26 and Bruce Holmes in 88. Next, we've got Tom Idle in 35 and 15, Norman Ackerman. Then comes Randy Tharp in 47. 36 is Jimmy Romans. 89, Herb Pennington. 30, Bill Hundley. 79, Don Holland. 43, Mike Schweier. Jamie Hunt, the current point leader, in 93. And beside him, 31, Jim Hersey. Then we've got Dave Dysinger in 27. 13, Danny Brown. 22, Donald Parsons III. 9 is Kenny Thomas. 17, Steve Tuttle. 18 is Bo Davis. 20, Denver Wise. And car number 5, Darrell Dexter. 30 laps for those zany street stockers here for the Bob Evans Memorial Day Classic. I neglected to mention in Victory Lane there, Danny Eves picking up those flowers from Floral Expressions, located out in Millersport, Ohio. Special thanks to Floral Expressions for providing flowers here this evening. 30 laps, 1 to go. The street stock finale. Parsons family leads on the backstretch, but Heavy Hill displaces both of those. Hill now to the lead in car 70. The 1993 track champion leads down the backstretch of lap number 2. Stevens is second in car 26. Don Parsons Sr. runs third. They'll complete 4 laps this time. Complete 6 laps this time. It's still Heavy Hill. Scott Stevens is second. Third, Don Parsons Sr. Jimmy Romans is up to 4th spot. With about 2 car lengths on behind Heavy Hill. We see Jamie Hunt moving through the back. Jamie Hunt is up to 7th spot. Hunt in 93 on the move. Got a couple cars with problems in turn 2. Everybody keeps her headed in the north-south direction. 10 laps now down. This time it's Don Holland with a spin. And we see Kenny Thomas, red flag. Red flag as we have Denver Wise in 20. See Daryl Dexter up there in car number 5. So report is that concerned about the condition of Daryl Dexter. We have our medical people on the scene. We'll check him out and keep you informed. Apparently everyone else. Green flag. Heavy Hill, your leader. That's Scott Stevens second. Don Parsons Sr. is third. Again, Donald Parsons the third, back underway, as is Bill Hundley. Heavy Hill out front. Second is Scott Stevens. The third place car you see is car 22, but he's a lap down. Donald Parsons is a lap down to the leaders. Halfway the next time. Heavy Hill out front. Hill has broken out much faster than his qualifying time. Heavy Hill has broken out. He will be black flagged this time, or next time possibly. The leader now is 26. Heavy Hill has gone much faster than his qualifying time. He started third in this event, and he will be black flagged for breaking out. Now your leader is 26, Scott Stevens. Parsons making heavy contact with the front stretch wall. Now Donald Parsons back on the lead lap. Again, Heavy Hill has broken out much faster than his qualifying time. Your leader is Scott Stevens in 26. 10 laps to go. Car 26, the leader, Heavy Hill, has broken out much faster than his qualifying time. Running second is Don Parsons Sr. Bubba Parsons is third. Jamie Hunt is fourth. Car 26, the blue and white 26, is the leader. Second is still Don Parsons Sr., car 12. Car 15 is a lap down. Got some 3 abreast action, then turn 3. See Bubba Parsons sideways. He recovers. 5 laps to go for Scott Stevens in car 26. Now Dave Dysinger is up to 3rd spot. Car 27, Dysinger is 3rd. Bo Davis pulls off the racetrack. We got heavy contact on the backstretch. Heavy contact on the backstretch. That is Herb Pennington again, back there in car 89. Herb, the driver who was transported to the hospital and released last week, I'm sorry. Fourth is Bubba Parsons, and 5th, your point leader coming into tonight's action, Jamie Hunt. Dysinger immediately to the outside of 2nd place, Don Parsons. Dysinger challenging for 2nd. We see Randy Tharp with a spin into the infield on the backstretch. He is off the racetrack. Tharp is off the racetrack, but now he's getting back underway. Dysinger, the battle for the lead heats up. This is going to be a good race. White flag this time. Stevens, your leader. Dysinger challenging on the outside. Lap traffic ahead, but I don't think they're going to get to Randy Tharp. Dysinger hard into turn 3 and 4. Stevens on the inside. Your winner, Scott Stevens. 2nd is Dave Dysinger. 3rd goes to Don Parsons Sr. Unofficially, Danny Brown was 4th. And again, unofficially, I believe 5th was Steve Tuttle, but don't quote me on those. So a full night of racing again. The Bob Evans Memorial Day Classic is history. We want to thank the good folks from Bob Evans Restaurants for coming out tonight. Also like to thank Floral Expressions for providing the flowers for all of the winners.
That was a wild one. There was all kinds of lead changes and stuff. Did you think you were going to be able to get around everybody and hang on for this?
Well, I was hoping. I had a lot of problems earlier in the evening, and we just got them worked out, and hopefully we held on.
Well, that's all it counts. There's a bunch of guys behind you. They know you or what?
Yeah, they helped me work on my car a lot. And sponsors.
Yeah, you can plug the sponsors. That's why I was mentioning that.
I want to thank all my sponsors, especially Stitches in Time and G&D Painting. They've really helped me a lot throughout the season to get the car back on the track.
Good enough. How about a hand once again for our feature winner, Street Stock 1? Memorial Day, I think we've done over 500 laps tonight.
So thanks.